U.S. President Donald Trump said there is no road left for the North Korea issue on Friday, but was nevertheless supportive of inter-Korean dialogue surrounding the forthcoming Winter Olympics. "You know, we ran out of road," he said after meeting with visiting North Korean defectors in the Oval Office. "The road really ended and they done it 12 years ago. They could have done it 20 years ago." Trump was apparently referring to what he regularly says was a lack of sufficient attention by former administrations to the North Korea issue, but didn't explain the implication of reaching the end of the road. The president's remarks come after a turbulent week for Washington's North Korea policy which, following the surprise drop of Victor Cha as candidate for ambassador to Seoul, led to fears in some quarters that the U.S. may be considering limited future attacks against Pyongyang. But referencing a Friday call with South Korean President Moon Jae-in, Trump said that ongoing inter-Korean Winter Olympics rapprochement could be considered a good thing, not a bad thing. "We think the Olympics will go very nicely," he said. "And after that, who knows? We'll find out. We're going to find out pretty soon, I suspect." U.S. officials have been issuing mixed messages throughout January surrounding ongoing inter-Korean talks and whether or not they can snowball into broader negotiations between Pyongyang and Washington on the topic of denuclearization. It is widely anticipated that when joint U.S. ROK military drills resume after the Winter Olympics, military tension surrounding the peninsula will notch up. Pyongyang already complained to the United Nations Secretary-General on Thursday about the pending drills and other military movements towards the peninsula, describing them as aggravating the situation, and driving the whole world into a possible disaster and nuclear war. And for its part, a large North Korean military parade scheduled for the eve of the Olympics, which could see the country display dozens of HWASONG-15 ICBMs, is likely to strain Seoul's ongoing communication with the North. Trump used his State of the Union address last Tuesday to criticize what he described as a depraved and cruel North Korean government, focusing attention on the plight of the family of the now-deceased Otto Warmbier defector Ji Seong-ho, who was seriously injured during the famine of the 1990s before escaping in 2004. Friday saw Trump invite Ji back to the Oval Office with a number of other defectors to hear their stories and draw further attention to the human rights situation in North Korea. North Korea is usually extremely sensitive about outside criticism of its human rights situation. Featured image, Gage Skidmore on Flickr.